We got a rx330 Lexus 2005. Customer complaining about engine light. As you can see on the dashboard, engine light is on. I just got my scan tool hooked up. I'll get you the shot. The diagnostic. It's going to scan the engine computer.
Hey, man.
Okay, gonna go trouble codes.
Being busy.
Alright, we got oxygen sensor, heater control circuit low, bank 1 sensor 2, and we got the same code on the history, bank 1 sensor 2. Alright guys, I pulled up the live data, and as you can see, your upstreams are working, they're pretty much mirroring each other. But the downstream, if you can see on bank 2 sensor 2, we got some activity going on there, but on bank 1 sensor 2, which is our fault code, I just got flat line 0. So let's watch it for a little bit. Change the rev, try to get it hot. Could be because if the heater circuit is not working, that's why it's taking its time to react. But as you can see, sensor 2 on bank 2 is doing what's supposed to do, but bank 1 sensor 1 is pretty much nothing there. Let's check the temperature of the car. It's slowly going up. That should be enough heat for that sensor to work, but let's wait for a little bit more before we jump to the conclusion. Nah, I pretty much got nothing. So I'm gonna go, there you go. It started working. So I would say definitely the sensor is responding after it heats up. So I would definitely say something is not right with the heater circuit. So it's not getting the temperature that needs the sensor to work. There you go. Now it's pretty much doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's a bit slow response, but at least we see some activity. That way I'm moving away from the idea of having a connected connection problems, like open in the wiring or unplug connectors. Now I'm going to go to the car and get you a shot. I tried to get some information about which one is bank 1 and which one is bank 2. Obviously there's 4 sensors, upstream, downstream in this car, so I couldn't find information. So all I'm gonna do is just disconnect this rebank O2 sensor and try to pinpoint, am I looking at the right sensor. So we need to find out which one is bank 1 sensor 2. That was our initial fault code. So by disconnecting that, I'm gonna go upstairs and start the car, and it will log a fault code. Then we can sort of verify, okay, this is the sensor I'm looking for. I'll get you sir. Alright guys, I got the car running. Unplugging that connector didn't throw a fault code, so I had to make the sensor work again, because I'm suspecting the heater circuit has a fault, so it's not heating up as quickly as it should. But you can see on the screen we got two downstream sensors. The bottom one is bank 2 sensor 2, it's doing its job, but the top one sort of doing its job. You can see the numbers changing, but it's very slow. But what I'm gonna do to identify which sensor I'm looking at, I'm gonna unplug this sensor which is on the rear bank, and I'll get you the shot. So basically all I'm gonna do is unplug this sensor on the downstream on rear bank. So basically I unplugged it. Now let's check the screen and see how the top one, bank 1 sensor 2, went to 0. That way we know this is the right sensor we're looking at. Now we're going to do some testing of the sensor, see if the sensor or something else is wrong with the car. Okay guys, hopefully you can see this. Usually I'll check the wiring diagram, but for this car I couldn't get the wiring diagram. I can't find information. So usually you check the wiring color on the sensor side. So basically this is the harness side coming from the obviously your wiring harness computer, and it goes down this way towards your sensor. So basically on the sensor side, if you peel that cover, you'll see two black ones and blue and a white. So usually two same color, the black ones are the heater circuit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the resistance with our ohm meter, see if you get any continuity there. Alright guys, I'm just gonna do a resistance check on these two black wires. Just these two pin bottom ones. Get you short of that multimeter. Connected to two pins going into the heater circuit, and I got nothing. Just check our meter. Yep, my meter is working. I'm just touching two pins together. One more test we're gonna do is check power and ground for the heater circuit. If you see power and ground there, we know computer is trying to control this heater, and the heater itself in the sensor has failed. So basically I'm just gonna go into the harness side of the connector. These two bottom pin that goes into your heater part of the sensor, I'm just gonna put one of the pin. Have to be very careful not to touch the oxygen sensor side of the pin. So basically I'm just gonna put my clip and other end connected to the test light. I'm just gonna touch onto the other pin, and I want to see this test light. See my test light lights, and this test light's got a voltmeter as well. We're getting 12.5 volts on that circuit. We know our oxygen sensor heater circuit is failed, so we're gonna order a new sensor, and that should be it for this car. Thanks guys for watching.